All right, y'all. We are in here. I'm not gonna waste. Hold on. Got the echo issue. Bear with me. Bear with me. Who got the echo? It's you. Gotta cut you off. Gotta cut you off. So no, I say we're not gonna waste any of your time, and I definitely will not do that. What I want to ask though is, how's everybody doing? How you feeling? What is it that you typically want to know from this type of world that you live in? Because the biggest thing that we're going to do today is make sure that we are up in here winning. Um, but a lot of people, one thing I'm seeing a lot of is that people say they want to do this, they want to do that. They're not learning how to really get to what it is that they say they want to do. So tonight we are going to talk about how you can learn absolutely anything that you want to learn. It doesn't matter if it's another language, it's learning AI, if it's learning how to sell and flip homes, any of these things. I'm going to show you three different methods so that you can learn absolutely anything and utilize it to make yourself more successful. Now, I know a lot of people might be about to wrap up their evening. I'm not going to take too much of your time because your learning is going to be for you anyway. The best thing I can just teach you is how you can get access to these tools that will teach you literally anything. And I'm gonna give you some little extra stuff that most people don't tell you. That is tell you, okay, go to this one, and you can get it. Now we're gonna make this a full cycle thing because I know that maybe you want to learn. For example, where's my book at? Shit, I got books for everything though. You want to master everything, right? But you don't want to go ahead and take the time and read it. You want it to be read to you. You don't want to go through flipping through pages like I got to do. I don't write through this book about 3 or 4 times. But there are certain things that you do need to know so that way you can get to this. So let me jump on over to this one. And dang, they ain't got the screen up. That's crazy. It's all good. So number one, we got Google's Learn Anything, right? So it says waitlist to upload your PDF, but I actually have access to it. You can try it out now as well. But this one is going to be pretty good because it's going to do a lot of things. But they've honestly already integrated this into another one of their systems. But I just want you guys to check out how this kind of gives you learning material. So it tells you your interest level, like you are interested probably in visual, right? So it's immersive text. So you'll go through and they give you a little quiz at the end of everything, talking about the evolution of humans in our early ancestors. You can click on over here. You get slides and narrations. This is just to get you acclimated with it, right? Because most people you've already seen or utilized this. But you
Hello,
go
and
here.
welcome to our lesson on early human evolution back in time,
And it's not even
millions of
giving you
years.
no video. But you got audio lessons and you got a mind map. Now the mind map is probably the most powerful thing because what do you learn after this is what you get to see next. Our oldest ancestors, um, theory of modern human origins, and what we now know. So with that, you can even expand it out more. It's going to just give you the most relatable things out of Africa model. Now that's something I want to see, right? Said the first Homo sapiens appeared in Africa about 200,000 years ago. So for everybody that tries to say that they don't, they're not black, everybody's technically a little black. They spread out of Africa about 100,000 years ago. And to be honest, the planet itself is just old as a mug, right? The planet itself is millions of years old. And we don't want to waste our time trying to figure out all of this kind of stuff, but it brings this all to you. So now this is an experiment. The Learn Your Way is an experiment. We also have Learn Anything XYZ. Like I said, this one is not going to be too long. You can literally learn all of this stuff and how it connects to each other. So, for example, let's click on virtual reality. So you have everything from VR games, other sources, and it goes down through all of this, right? Now, let's say we click on to this one. It's going to take us to a GitHub that literally will go through Lambda VR. which is the side quest, which a lot of people are utilizing to do AI and stuff like that. The mobile gaming. It's a lot of things involved with it. But you don't have to just end with this. Oh, I didn't sign in. That's why I'm not getting the web. But you go here. Let's say we sign in. Wi-Fi. Just sign in real fast. Sure. All right. So you want to learn anything. You want to learn it quick. So where did Wi-Fi go that fast? Anime. See, that just popped out on me. The most top rated animes. You got all of these things. So let's say you click one of these, add it to your learning, right? Now that it's added to your learning, let's go to pages. Where is it at? So we got this one, right? You click, you can go to the anime list, see all the top rated anime. If that's your thing, you can see who's watching what. What's crazy is these are really old, super old, but we're not here to learn that, right? But you want to learn, learned, right? And you can go here and you can literally type anything. Like, how about SEO? You want to search engine optimize anything that you're doing, you put it in here. It has language service protocols, and you can go through all of this. But these are pretty much the easy versions of learning anything, right? The granddaddy of them all is here. We have Notebook LM. So here you can say, pull all the information on how to, and I spelled that wrong, $100 million. Yep. Web search. And we also going to want to, you can go here. So the most powerful thing is, right, you can go here, upload just the link of a YouTube video. Just the link. You can go to your drive. You can even copy. So something I wanted to show you guys to make this a little bit more easier is, let's say you are looking for something like this. So you have websites like, it's called Z Library, right? You want to go to Z Library. And Z Library is going to give you the ability to download any PDF of any book, right? Now, I don't recommend you doing this. I also recommend you actually getting the live book. So I have these real books in home. But let's say you want the $100 million systems. And those are from Alex Hormozy. Let's just say you don't know what $100 million models I'm talking about. You have those. This is another good one too, AI engineering. If you plan on creating your own AI, you can go about finding the book, and then this PDF will be here. Let's put this in another tab right here. Oh, you went to a whole new window. So better. It's moving slow this evening. All right, let's change that up. So there's another thing with this Z library. They have to change around a lot. So you usually want to try to, this is the project SK. Let's try IS. Okay, let's just see. One of these is going to work. Now both of them moving slow. Okay, so we got this one to work. So this one just has the $100 million. Oh no. Yeah, so this is the book that I'm looking for, but I wanted you to see the actual title. I wonder where's my book at? I'm looking at all my other books there, but you want to have a plethora of books like that you may have in mind. Okay, give me a second. 1, 2. Give me a little 1, 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. I know, not professional, right? Hold on. Don't do that. goodness. I'm sorry for the screeching. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I'm back. But you want to get. Now, what happened to my camera now? I don't know what just happened with y'all. But you want to get this book itself, right? So this is the book that we're going to be plugging in. But I want you all to be able to make sure that you can read a book still, because what I'm going to show you is going to kill all of that. But let's just say, for the sake of it, you don't have the money to buy a book. So I'm trying to make it easier for you all who may not have the capital or the dollar amount to do it. So you click on over here. Now this is, do they have it? It says request the book. Now this is paperback. Okay. We're going to go back to the other one. Well, of course you can't find it if you put it twice. Okay, sometimes that doesn't work like that, so you put the author's name. Yeah, I just have to make sure I'm spelling it right. He has a quite unique name, for sure. So yeah, we have the book here, right? And this is in PDF file, so you want to make sure that you're looking for PDF. You don't want to get anything but a PDF because it will come out looking crazy. Oh, so they took it off of here. Hold on, do they got it over here? Honestly, they'll still. So now this one is EPUB. And now if you can't get it here, right? And I'm not trying to tell you to do anything illegal because I do want you to go out and buy. So this is what happens sometimes as the more popular it gets and the harder it is for you to obtain. You want to go to another site. It's called PDF Coffee, right? And these are for these. This video is more for the college folks who may or may not have the money to do things like this. But you definitely want to be able to go and get what you're looking for. And they have really all the books, Atomic Habits. Now, I'm not seeing the search bar. This is changed up a little bit. But you can just do it like this, Career and Growth. Okay. Maybe we're not on the right one. Oh, that's the one. It had the same logo, but sometimes, again, these sites trying to change up a little bit. I want to show you an exact example. But if you see anything that sticks out to you in the chat, just let me know, and I'll definitely just go ahead and pop that thing on over because, yeah, no, it's better to have something that's really worth it. Translate. That's actually worth it. Why is there no search bar? That might be it too. Best stories. No. Okay. Now we want to look for PDF files. Oh, it looks like they're blocking us from this. But typically, and I'll find you the other way, without even that working like that, pull all the information on how to make $100 million. YouTube. PDF and search. So it's going to go ahead and pull all this research knowledge for you without you having to do pretty much anything. Now, I showed you guys this one the last time because I knew it was going to be, I don't know why my camera keeps popping out, but I knew that this one was going to be good just for you to be able to, use it to make YouTube videos. So if you're making explainer videos, things like that, this is kind of perfect for that. Why my video keeps cutting out, I do not know what to tell you guys. So as you can see, it just literally pulled up all of this stuff. It actually found the book that I was just talking about, and put it into this, put it into our notebook. And what we're going to change the name at the top is Make Me Money. Make me money. Because if you're here, you are hopefully trying to increase the money in your pockets. You're not just here just watching and being like, well, he don't know what he's talking about. Actually, I do. So if you don't believe me, look, this guy's doing a whole explainer video. What we can do now from here is, if you wanted to, and you wanted to say that you were somebody who knew how to do this, what I would do, right, is you can go here to infographic. And now they have upgraded it. So before we only had some of these other kind of stuff, but you can kind of make it anime. You can make it a bento graph. What I would do is, just so you can be the most simplest, we're going to make it Legos, right? And we're going to make it landscape view. Well, actually, no, let's make it portrait. So that way you can post this up on your TikTok. You can post this up on your Instagram and all that other kind of stuff. And we're going to make it very detailed in beta, right? So we just click that. I put no prompting in, and we're going to see what we get. While I'm here, how do business strategies shift when scaling to 1 million to 100 million? What are the common characteristics of an ultra high net worth individual globally? Let's look that up, right? See, these are just some of the things that you can get information on. And now it's going to go through all of these resources, right? And then what I would tell you to do too is even better than this. This is just a workup on the type of person you got to think about: the financial thresholds, wealth distribution, defining criteria in the financial services industry, right? So you got to define individual holdings at least 30 million. So you need to have at least 30 million. This is your path to 100 million right here. And it's not going to be hard if you just really think about the fact that this can teach you absolutely anything. So I'm going to show you the power of what you can do to take yourself from having absolutely nothing to gaining yourself millions and millions of dollars. Okay. Now, of course, you don't want to start this big because it might be too hard to obtain. But okay, if this is too much, just while this is loading up, I'm going to say, I'm going to talk to text. How can I start a business with $0 today and scale it to a 10K a month business within 30 days? My niche is streaming on YouTube, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Pull all the information you can find from YouTube, the internet, and PDF files. And we're going to go with deep research. We definitely wanted to hit the web up and give us all the resources possible. We're going to put x/Twitter on here too, because I don't know why it doesn't consider Twitter a social media anymore. And I think that Google just has a bias on their internet. But from here, it's gonna pull all this information, and we can go back to the other one. So we want to make this money. If you want to make this money, right, you can start posting stuff like this on your YouTube and Instagram. Now look, this is just built with Legos. 100 to 1 million. 0 to 1 million. It's gonna take you through the whole path, right? What I would do next is I would feel like, okay, and I'm gonna do this talk to text too. Give me step 1. If I have $0 and I want to get to my first million, and I have just started in my niche, nothing too crazy, nothing too complicated. It's gonna be easy, guys. I don't understand how else to explain it to you, because it becomes easier the more you actually put the action into it. So all of this stuff, you don't have to think about too hard. You just get it done, right? And if you don't understand all of that, you can listen. If you don't want to listen to me, you can do exactly what I'm talking about and then get an audio overview. You can get this thing to debate and critique, tell you what actually sounds real, and go over it. You want it to be long form, you want it to critique, you just click a button and do that. Now, again, no prompting, no juxtaposition involved. And I want to delete this. Can we delete it? Here we go. Remove this. Get out of here. And let's go back here. Oh, shoot, wrong one. Let's go back to this one. See how it's doing. It's still searching the web because it's taking, this one was in deep research mode. So that means that we just had a little bit more oomph to it. So I generated the video. Actually, I'll generate the video here. We want it to be an explainer. Startup funding guide. Say 0. No credit check. Because I heard something earlier today, and this is see the legitimacy of it. No credit check required. Okay, so for people who are down on their luck and they don't have the best credit at this moment, and you already started a business, let's just see what Google would advise you to do. Right now, it's going to make a video for us on how to do that, and we can actually. Can I see that? Damn, I should have kept those parameters. Forgot. So what would you like to know about how you can make this money, right? So I already got it. We got the next infogram. So look, from 0 to 1 million, it's going to tell you all of this stuff. And then what you could do after this is good content. You can even go here, more options, show prompt, right? And you can put your own branding on it. I'm about to tell you how to put your own branding on it. So we can go back to infograph. I'm gonna put this prompt in again. Say add my brand to the page. And my brand for this is Wealth Chronicles. Because it's a chronicle, it's a storyline of how you'll get your ass some money and not be sitting there. Hold on. Chronicles. I forgot how to spell it that fast. Yeah, but you want to know how you're going to make this money, and then what's even better is you can put your branding on there, have your name, and then we can even put @ I will put the @ so that way people will tie it back to your page. If you don't tie it back to something that you actually have tangible, then you're going to have an issue. Okay, so it's wealth.chronicles for me. Because you want to keep your branding together. But let's just say you don't know any of this stuff, right? So we have the mind map. Oh, shoot. I forgot I was about to do that. So it's going to pull up a map of things that you need to know to get yourself to where you're trying to go. Okay. We got the audio running and we have that going. We can also go back here. Let's see. We got 20 sources. Let's see the top 20 sources. Do we want to import everything? Strategic framework, zero capital. How will I launch my business in 30 days? Oh, this is a business launch. I thought we were going to do. You know what? Let's do it. 30-day roadmap to $10,000 monthly recurring revenue. I just think that a lot of y'all need to figure this stuff out. A 10K a month AI business, how to make money on X and Twitter. Boom, we importing all of it. So again, I didn't have to go look for these books. I might have never even saw them a day in my life, but it's going to pull it itself, right? Now, I would like to teach you all how to integrate this into maybe another AI, but right now let's just focus on this because I don't want you to get analysis paralysis by seeing things that aren't too good. Right, so these media ones, they probably have they probably privated it because medium.com, you need a subscription. So I'm just going to delete those. So we got all of these, right? So you got the 15 hooks, deep research report. Let's go with this one. So it tells you the monetize platform requirements, high niche identification. So let's just say you don't know what niche to get into for creating your platform. Let's just look that up right there. It'll tell you the best niches that make the most money. So just off CPM, which is, cost per mile, which is how much you're going to get paid pretty much per view of an hour, right? Most of the highest ones are going to be a personal finance and investing. Another one is B2B technologies and comparison, which is pretty much all the AI services, just like this video right here. With that being said, you can get to $20 to $40 just from doing this kind of content. Now, granted, a lot of y'all might not be watching this right now, but I'm pretty sure later on, once you see this, you're gonna be like, okay, I see where you're going with this, right? Another thing is true crime storytelling, right? Now, I want you to all take all of this stuff in because I'm not just like putting this up here for you to not have an applicable way of you to try to make money after watching this video. You can do everything, right? So now that we know which, you can figure out all this market research from here. You can go here. What are the top AI tools for faceless automation? Boom. So again, you have all the tools to make this an automated channel. You can see the top rated ones. Boom. So you got ZebraCat, you have Flicky, you have NVIDIA. NVIDIA is one we just did the other night. So if you were watching the other night, now NVIDIA is a little bit choppy, comes out a little finicky, but this already just gave you the full layout on how to automate or pretty much do this behind the scenes without you having to do anything. Now, what I would also do is you can run this through your favorite AI as well to see if they can cross compare and say the same things. But ZebraCat, I've never even actually looked at ZebraCat. Let's look it up. So I'll do this here for you guys only for today. Dang, the chat bumping in Twitch, but y'all not over here on YouTube. Come on over to YouTube, Twitch. I appreciate you. But the CPM is better over on YouTube. This telling y'all, so okay, we got ZebraCat. Now this looks interesting. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they got a price model. So let's say that you're one of the people that don't have anything. What are the top AI automation tools? For someone starting, now I'm saying starting because I know after you get started, you're going to have the money to do what you're trying to do. Starting with $0. What can they do with $0? Mm-hmm. So you can go to, mobile editing, but we need the creation of it too, right? AI voiceovers, you're not going to get no free one with that. So they even got 200 view jail. How to move from 200 jail. That's crazy. 200 views jail. It's a weird way to say it, to be honest with you. I don't know why it's not giving me ideation. I have AI voiceover, but it's not giving me how to make the video. Oh, no. Pictorial or NVIDIA. Okay. They provide, it's Pixel Bay. It's okay. We're going to find a way to do this the right way. We're going to include open source or free AI generators. listen, you want to get into all of this. I know everybody is probably tired. Welcome in. How you doing? I just seen you popped up in YouTube. I hope you're having a good night. But tonight we are talking about how to learn just about anything. Here we're talking about how to automate your AI, and we're going to do that from scratch. Okay, so open source, and so you can go video generate here in CapCut, DaVinci Resolve. You can literally create your video and edit it there. OBS. Now OBS ain't free for what we're trying to do, but you know, it might be a way. There may be a way. And what we also are doing, if you are new and just popping in, we're going to show you how you can scale it up and make yourself $100 million. Now, if you missed this one, I mean, it's cool. I won't be keeping these videos up for too long because, again, anybody could come and take it and do it however they want to with it. And I'm literally giving you roadmaps, like quite literally. You can see this big old roadmap from 0 to 1 million groundwork. It literally tells you how you funnel yourself. You go around like this. Focus on personal branding. You want to stick to one niche. Make it a cult following, okay? Implement the 50 upfront rule. Charge 50% of your fee as the deposit to cover your living and operational costs. Immediately leave the final 50 as your profit. Create a $100 million money model, which Alex Hormozy tells you to do. Use the customer's infrastructure, offer a discount to Silent in exchange for using their equipment or material, buckets, water, all of this other kind of stuff. So you want to optimize. That's really what it's telling you to do, right? And again, if you don't want to hear me, we now have this.
Welcome to today's critique, where we are looking at an ambitious playbook that covers the entire life cycle of wealth creation, from zero capital startups all the way to ultra high net worth family office governance. Let's just dive right into the feedback, focusing on audience alignment.
Yeah, let's get into it. The current narrative actually attempts to serve radically different financial realities simultaneously, which creates a pretty jarring experience for the reader.
Right, the whiplash.
Exactly. The weakness here is that transition. We go directly from scraping together $50 to start a window cleaning business right into establishing a private trust company for a $250 million family office.
I mean, it causes the reader to completely lose their anchor.
Yeah, they get totally lost.
It feels like reading a fitness manual that starts with how to walk around the block and then immediately asks you to deadlift 500 pounds at the Olympics. But I have to ask, if we segment the audience too much, do we risk losing that aspirational value for the beginner?
Well, that's a fair point. Seeing the end goal can definitely fuel the hustle. But the suggestion to fix this is to segment the material into a phased, chronological roadmap.
Okay, so clearly signaling the shifts.
Right. So the
Clearly
reader
signaling
knows
the
they are
shifts.
leveling up, not just, teleporting. As a concrete example, you could group the content into distinct eras, like Phase 1 is the hustle, handling those 50% upfront payment rules and zero capital services.
Ah, and then Phase 2 is scaling.
Exactly. Tackling the cash flow mechanisms and navigating human resources at the $10 million mark. Then Phase 3 is legacy, which handles the SEC Rule 2053 compliance.
So it's saying a lot of big words, and what I would do is dumb this down. Only not to say dumb it down, but to make it more relatable, because let's just say you don't know any of those words, right? But we also have this now. So this is where if you aren't somebody who works well with just seeing words on a screen, learning what certain words, because they're putting abbreviations and things like that, it becomes typically extremely hard to try to understand lingo that you don't have any information about. So that's where the video version of this thing comes in. So let's put this full screen. And not just like a 4-minute video, they give you 6 minutes of full video. Is it gonna play? Is something else stopping it? I'll download it, doesn't matter. It says no permissions. Try that again. Okay. Let's refresh the page.
Hey everyone, and welcome. So, you're a founder, you've got this amazing, world-changing idea, but the world of venture capital, it can feel like this incredibly complex maze, right? Well, don't worry. It's really just a journey with a map. And today, we're going to demystify that entire process, step by step, and turn that maze into a really clear path forward.
So this right here, this is going to be a video on how to start a business. You're putting zero credit down, and they're just demystifying the venture capital round, meaning how to get this money quick.
This is
If you
the
wanna get this
question.
video, just let me
It's the
know.
one that
I'll
keeps
download
pretty
it
much
and
every
send it
founder
over
up
to
at
you.
night. You've poured your heart, your soul, everything into building something you believe in. But turning that vision into a reality, that usually takes some serious capital. And that's exactly what we're here to do. Break down the path from a great idea to a fully funded company. So here's how we're going to break it all down for you. First, we're going to meet all the key players you'll be dealing with. Then we're going to run through what we call the fundraising gauntlet itself. After that, we'll dive deep and decode the single most important document you're going to see, the term sheet. And finally, we'll look at what actually happens after the ink is dry. Okay, first things first. Before you could even think about playing the game, you have to know who's on the field with you.
And let me know if this is moving too fast, and I will adjust it, because I know that it talks a little quick because it's trying to get maximum amount of information to you while still being clear and concise. So I can pause it again.
And trust
if
me,
you're really
fundraising isn't
locked
just a
in,
simple
I'll
two-way
put it on- I'll
conversation.
put it up
It's
for
a
you.
whole
I'll
process
send it
involving
to
a
you.
cast of characters, and every single one of them has their own role and their own motivations. So who are these people? Well, first, obviously, there's you, the founder. You're the visionary, the one at the center of it all. Then you've got the lead investor. This is the VC firm that's going to set the terms and do most of the heavy lifting. They're usually joined by co-investors, other big firms that are investing right alongside them. And then you have your follow-on investors. Think of these guys as more passive. They could be angel investors, high net worth individuals. They're putting in capital, but they're not taking a board seat. And finally, don't forget the advisors. You've got lawyers and accountants on all sides making sure everything is buttoned up. It really is a team sport. All right, now that we know who's who.
So I just want to make sure that you guys understand that you're just not going to get money. You really have to have all of the things that you like, all of the paperwork. You need to have all of your T's dotted so that way you can get this funding. Something I just learned recently from my own mentor is you might have everything right, but you still are missing certain things, just so that way you can get to where you're going. Now, the only way to circumvent that is to understand some insider knowledge that is not readily available. What type of lending does certain banks do, right? If you bank with Bank of America, it's typically one of the more harder ones to attract capital from, or for you to get capital from, only because they have very hard stipulations. Or if we're talking about a Wells Fargo, if you don't know right now, they're in a class action lawsuit because they discriminated heavily against a certain race of people. And if you don't know, I would say just Google it. It's a very intriguing thing to know. If you've already been dealing with Wells Fargo, just know that class action lawsuit just might have some money in it for you. So look out for that, because when those class action lawsuits happen, you want to act fast, because you can get a little bit of change that you wasn't expecting before. Like I caught the Facebook breach one, and I caught a couple of other ones. Now, granted, because so many people's data got breached, I only probably pocketed about $40, but it's $40 I wouldn't have gotten if that hadn't happened. I think the highest one I've ever gotten was about $200. But again, the $200 that you didn't expect to come into your pocket, you could utilize it. You could utilize it to start your business. Most businesses don't cost that much. It really depends on your state. And the greatest thing you can know is that you can open a business. It doesn't have to be in your state. It doesn't even have to be in your home country. Think about these things. You just have to know what the rules and regulations are, and you can do just about anything.
It's time to step into the arena. We like to call it the fundraising gauntlet because, honestly, that's what it feels like. A series of challenges you have to get through to reach that finish line. So let's walk through the actual process.
It all kicks off with an introduction, getting in front of the right investors through your network. Once you've got their attention with your offering, which is basically your business plan, the next huge goal is getting to a term sheet.
This is a massive milestone. It's a non-binding agreement that outlines the deal. And once that's signed, the real deep dive begins. That's called due diligence. And it's where investors check, well, everything. Okay, I want to zero in on that phrase non-binding. Now, while the term sheet isn't the final legally enforceable contract, it is an incredibly powerful statement of intent. Getting a term sheet is a huge deal. It means an investor is serious. It's the blueprint that says, hey, we're both committing our time and our resources to get this deal done in good faith. Think of it like the formal handshake that kicks off all the really detailed and expensive legal work. So once the due diligence is all checked off, the lawyers really step in to draft the definitive documents. This is where that term sheet blueprint gets turned into literally hundreds of pages of super detailed contracts. And then, the moment you've been working for, the closing. That's when the money actually gets wired into your company's bank account. Finally, there are just a few post-closing administrative things to do to officially wrap it all up. Now, we absolutely have to go back and look closer at that term sheet.
Now, again, tell me if you guys are really understanding all of that. I don't want you guys to be like, well, she's talking way too fast. Again, what I would do from here, right? And I won't put this whole thing because
a venture deal is a
1 a.m. This is halfway through the video. But again, most of this information will be right here. Now, you can also simplify this information. So I just want you guys to understand the power of this. This is like going to the library back in the past and then getting all the books that you need for one singular topic. Let's just say you were researching a paper. Back then, you had to go to the library, you had to talk to a librarian, you had to ask them, where can I find it, what section, all of this. It literally will pluck from the internet and YouTube videos on how to do that. Simplify this information in layman's terms. Or you can do this one and speak to me like a fifth grader. Can you hear me? Because I know that's been the issue. So if it's too hard for you to understand, bring the language to a place where you kind of understand it. The speaking to you like a fifth grader is the typical term that they go with so that way you can navigate what it is. Now, of course, using terms like toys and stuff like that is a little crazy. I wouldn't particularly do that, but you can do whatever it is that works for you. Say, I am an XYZ expert. I know these type of things. So if you love to watch football, manage this information to me, who is a super football fan. Manage this information for me, who likes Manchester United. Okay? Manage this information in any way possible. But the reason I put these two searches up here is because you don't have to just do social media monetization. You can now couple one of these threads with another one, right? So you can even go here and then you go back to your thing and say my notebooks. So now we have two here. We're gonna delete these empty ones. Sound like nothing, just cluttered up. What you can do now is you can create a new one and then take the information from both of these here and then make that a new one, right? So we were just on this one though. So with all of this stuff from social media, you can take that and then put that into, of course, you can make infograms. But okay, so how would I scale my business into, hold on, this is the one. Okay, so they did give me Zebra Cat again. I think I got a free version. AI-driven captions. What is Pictory? Let's try. I'm just going to show you that you can couple this all together, because what these other people aren't telling you, I'm literally showing you. But I need you guys to stick with me and like really lock in, because you can see a lot of tools all over the internet. I'm giving you the ones that you need right here, absolutely free. Okay? So just lock in with me. It's not hard. YouTube or similar. We're going to be doing training education stuff. We want to show people what's up. Boom. Solo. We ain't got that. Skip all of that. What something just happened? Oh, thank you for the follow, Furry. Freaky Furry. Yeah, Freaky Furry. Okay. I appreciate you for coming in. Yeah, we are learning any and everything we can about how to learn and how to monetize what we're learning, right? You can, like I said, you can break down this stuff in layman's terms. You can get yourself over here to obtain all the knowledge necessary for you to start making money, or to maybe even increase the views on your own channel, right? So what I would do too, now you can go to let's go to Gemini. And what I would do, because Gemini has the access to the internet, right? So let's just say we're going over here. I'm going to look up one of my other channels, let's say. Like I said, we're talking about wealth tonight. So we're going to talk about wealth.chronicles. Boom. It's going to pull up mine's. No, it's not. Yes, it is. We're not number one anymore. We used to be to top one. Okay, somebody got 1,000. What I'm going to do is we're going to make this page grow bigger. As you can see, we had tapped in with all this stuff. So this is some of the stuff that I was, I did all of this myself, but now we're going to power this entire channel with AI. What's crazy is on another platform, this has over 50,000 followers, high engagement, and I still kind of give it a little love. This one I kind of left alone for 2 years, but just to show you. Okay, let's copy this. That's our URL. And you know what? I'm going to talk to text this one. So you want to learn to talk to text this. It's easier. I want you to take this link and give me how I can grow this to over 1 million followers in the next 90 days. Then we're going to throw that link in there. And it's going to literally extrapolate all the information that it has from everything here. And then boom. Even if it's not, right? So boom, it already says we're in the high mass market, high specialized, viral driven hybrid strategy. So it's going to give me a 1-by-1 playbook on how to scale it. Again, I don't have to do anything. Now, what you can do right from here, which is going to be pertinent, you guys, I keep looking at the phone because I'm trying to see if I'm getting chats. What you can do from here, which will positively change your life, is to take all of this play-by-play action plan. Then you take it to an automated system. Now we can talk about Claude Code. We can talk about OpenClaw. We can talk about any of these automated systems. And I plan on doing a high-level video, but I want to start very, very basic, because a lot of people have already started talking about these larger frameworks and they don't give you the intricate details on how to get to where they're talking about. What I want to do is meet you at where you are, face level, because we are here together, here to grow. If you want to, I would say join me over on my links in my bio. I appreciate it if you're just brand new here, but if you could just hit the like button for me, hit the follow or subscribe button. It's absolutely free to you. I don't ask you for any money, but if you would like to donate, my Cash App and my super chats are open to you. It gets you to the front of the line so I can actually see what you're talking about. And we have TTS, so it's just going to talk and say what you're asking in front of all the other people that just might be commenting. And I'm on 5 different platforms right now, and a couple of them aren't in a sync chat, so that's why I'm looking at the phone. I might have to go over to another web page to tell you to see what you said. But if you hit the paid little TTS, and I think you only have to do $5, you get a TTS, and I can come on over and then tell you exactly what it is you're looking for, or what it is that you might be asking me about, And I got the echo. See, I just went over to look at another one of my streams. But from here, now we got all of this information, right? We can extrapolate it or copy and paste it. I said extrapolate. See, I'm using big words because it comes from reading often. So we're going to go here and just say, excuse me, I got to talk to this. From this, give me a 90-day action plan day by day that will allow me to grow the Wealth.Chronicles channel on YouTube to over 1 million subs, making $10,000 a month. As a matter of fact, let's get the action plan for that, right? Because I forgot. Using this link, give me a plan on how to make $100 million by the end of the year with this YouTube channel. Make it a step-by-step guide and action plan. Okay. So now we're going to semicolon it. Boom. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back here. And I like to cross-reference. You don't have to be like me. Believe me, you don't have to be like me. Well, the reason why I cross-reference because I want to see who's going to give me the best answer. That's like going to the doctor and you're not getting a second opinion, you know, because again, the AI likes to please, but you want to see what's similar. And then what I do is I see, okay, I'll go to Gemini or maybe I'll go to Perplexity. Perplexity is a lot better. Actually, let's open up Perplexity. Perplexity is much better than when it comes to responses than it is like a Gemini. So I love going to Perplexity. And I'll put that up here. Try to keep your stuff that you're going to be utilizing grouped together. Let's just say AI, cool. Return home. What was you trying to do? Perplex. So we're going to post. No, excuse me. What we would do is wait. I'm moving a little too fast. Was this the one we needed? No, we need this one. Okay. So to and make sure you're always copying everything too. Boom. Right. And what we're going to do is whatever we got here in ChatGPT, we're going to go $100 million. Now, it's an ambitious goal, extremely ambitious. But what's the world if you're not going balls to the wall for what you want to do, right? If you came here to go small, man, listen, you can leave right now. I'm only here for people that's going big and staying big all the time. No pause all the time. Pause for that. But it's rather easy if you just know what the heck you're doing. Why does my camera keep shutting out for you guys? You know what I'm going to do? I got to turn it off over here. I think it's pulling too many resources at this point. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. So we got some weirdos trying to chat too. You know, that happens when you first started, like really live streaming. I've noticed that. So we got all of this. We're going to copy that and we're going to put it in Perplexity as well. Now, they got this new feature, computer, where you can see what's going on and stuff like that, but we're not going to get into all of that just this evening. I'm trying to wrap this up actually right after this. But again, if you don't have access to all of those books and stuff like that, we can just go to Notebook LM, ask Notebook LM to pull all that information, and then you can put it into something else. What I would also do too is to let it teach you a quiz, because with the quizzing, you can kind of lock in the knowledge instead of just seeing it in front of you. You gotta read it. You need to let it be read to you, and then you need to look at it at several different angles so that you actually understand what it is you're doing. Okay, so global non-negotiables, and I'm not going to save this one, but I just want you to see what you got to do. So non-negotiables, you need to publish. See, now this is the thing that people will go up here, and then literally this right here is a piece of content, right? If you want to be a TikTok guru, you want to be somebody that's telling people how they can get themselves to the highest level, it's giving you the answers right here. Publish 1 to 3 shorts a day, right? Aim for once you've built the pipeline, iterate and write hooks for every piece of content, capture one email CTA a day, YouTube descriptions, pinned comments for community posts, and list/lead magnet. So you can just go through all of this and just give explanation videos, right? And I don't care who you are in the world, 98% of you are following at least 3 or 4 people that do exactly this. Hey, if you attach all of this stuff to a free PDF or Notion, you can Wealth Legends Playbook, AI money models, swipe file. You could make content every day and be like, okay, well, hey, you want to learn how to do what I'm doing? Because I just turned this platform or this YouTube, this Instagram from a 10,000 followers channel to $100 million followers channel. All of those things are relevant because I know all of you all want to have money that works for you in the background. Now, there are several ways to make that happen, right? This streaming thing doesn't have to be the way, but I just taught you within the last about 40 minutes or so, actually 50 minutes, almost an hour, right? How you can do that, how you can learn whatever way it is. Let's say you're not trying to do AI. If you're not trying to do any of this streaming stuff, okay, you want to put your money in the stock market, go to Notebook LM, extrapolate all the best information, and then utilize it. Okay. I don't understand how else to tell you. The biggest thing you can do is to stop playing around with yourself and actually start taking action on the dreams that you want to happen. Okay. I had 6-pack abs because I woke up every day before 4 a.m. and worked out profusely. Now, I let myself go a little bit, but by the time this year is up, I will have either $1 million or more and an abs again. Okay. So if you want to accept the challenge to challenge yourself today, please tap in with me. Just hit the like button, subscribe for me. Yeah, we're having commercials. Say nah. Yeah, it's a commercial break essentially, but I want you guys to really tap in with me because every day is going to be a new way for you to succeed. If you don't have any questions for me, I will create the questions. Like I told you yesterday, I already know what the internet is looking for. All I'm trying to do is help provide it for you. With that being said, you can take all of this information from day 1 to day 7. If you want me to break down your niche one-on-one for you, then just holla at me and I will literally break down the exact niche that you're trying to do in this format, in these templates, and then I will give you the formula on how to be successful. And all you have to do is commit. Okay. You have to focus 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours a day, right? I can go a full 6 to 8 hours. How much time are you going to invest? See, it comes down to how aggressively can you execute this volume. Iterate on winners and reinvest early cash, because what you're going to have to do is once you start making this you're going to probably have to do advertisement, right? Because first you're going to get the community that's closest to you. It's something that nobody really knows, is that when somebody watches you, it's all the people that watch similar things to the person that watches you the most. They're going to get that, your content is going to get pushed to them. Okay. And the more followers you get, okay, the more people you'll kind of get naturally, but it doesn't convert always because they might have already followed 4 to 3 of other people that already do similar things, right? So I'm already fighting an upwards battle with all these people that have already been doing AI for a long time. But the 2 things that I know I have for me going is that I'm going to talk to you on a base level where these people are high up, already talking about master plans on how to use Claude Code to automate and turn it into a damn Pokemon game, which I think is hilarious. I'll show you that right now. Because I'm going to learn this in the background, but I just want you to know that you can do. Oh no, that's not what we're trying to do. You can turn your Claude Code with your agents into a Shaquana Online. Look at that. Okay. So now this is going to see, now this is telling you how to, how they're diversifying the code. But Claude Code Pixel automation. And what this really just means is how you can look at your agents going through. And what I'm saying is eventually we will get there, right? But I want to take you guys one by one through how you can do this. Now, look, I'm telling you, you can turn your agents into a dang Pokemon game, right? You see this? It's literally you have created agents, and that's what I'm trying to show you right now. This is the mind map, right? You're going to go here. You're going to learn what you can about this. You're going to get the information. You're going to simplify it for yourself. You're going to cross-reference that information with a ChatGPT. Perplexity is the one I tried to lay out for you guys. Look at this action plan, okay? Double down on your winners, start revenue, right? You got to get your first win in the first 30 days. And then after that, you got to double down on what's actually working. After you double down on what's actually working, we scale up. Okay. And it's going to be rigorous, but it's all about execution. I don't want you to watch the videos that I put up and not have something that you can plan and execute after we're done. And if you don't feel like you have that ability right now, please contact me, because right now at the space that we're in, where it's not a lot of people that's coming in to talk about this stuff in this space, you have the first runner-up advantage, right? After I have hundreds of people trying to ask me the same things, that's when this has to happen. That's when that money has to come out your pocket. But right now, I'm not asking you for anything. I'm just telling you to come reach out to me. Let's talk, and I can literally set this up for you. Now, if it gets too extensive, I may tell you that, okay, well, I can't give you so much time. You have to pay this entry-level price. I'm not saying anything now, but I actually already have a price available because I've been doing this for so long. But I want to offer my time and energy to you guys for the next month for free. So if you have an idea, if you want to scale and automate whatever it is you're trying to do, this is the opportunity for you right here. But I'm going to close off now because, like I said, I don't want to keep you up for too long. You can catch the fight. I know that Blueface is fighting over on YouTube or all these other streaming platforms. But if this has helped you, just do me this one favor. Hit that like button for me. If you're brand new here, hit subscribe. And for all my people out there who want to be better and better themselves, lock in with me. I'm Juice, and I just want you to do this for me. Live as long as you want, never want as long as you live, and always squeeze the best juice out of life. Peace.